Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So, this is going to be your weekend read from June 28th through the 30th. Can you believe we're already done with June? Oh my goodness. Either way, thank you guys so much in advance for all your love and support before we get started. Really, this channel would not be what it is. It would not be growing without each and every one of you guys, all of your love and support. And so thank you guys. It's been amazing. It fills my bucket every time I see a new subscriber. I'm like, oh my God, or a new comment. So thank you guys for lifting me up just as much as I hope these messages lift you up too. Okay, so let's get started. So Spirit, what messages do you have for us Virgos here as we walk into the end of June? As we walk into Saturn retrograde? So, starting things out, we're pulling the Eight of Swords, and so there's a feeling of entrapment. Some of us may be feeling a little bit of hopelessness or a little bit of powerlessness at this time. And honestly, on June 28th, with the moon being a half moon in Aries, that can lead to a lot of family problems or difficulties at work, even public disagreements. And so there may be some conflict here in the wing as you walk into this weekend. However, all of that time, this last week and coming into the 29th is to prepare us for that Saturn retrograde. And with us, as far as it hits us Virgos, it's a focus really on partnerships. And so it's a wonderful opportunity to take that time to reflect on our one-on-one bonds with friends, loved ones, even business partners, and really reflect on, how you show up for each other. Now with the Page of Cups here, what I also see is that you have new ideas or new information coming to the table. You are absolutely, whatever was kind of burdening you here on the 28th coming into this weekend, there will be a refreshing inspiration basically coming through with this retrograde. And it'll put you back into youth and possibly even a romance aspect here too. But it'll leave you feeling very, how I would put it is very giddy. So enjoy that, and if that does, definitely resonate, by all means, please share, let us support you, lift you up as well, and celebrate with you too. But what I also see here is that basically what you've been kind of dealing with here is a King of Swords in reverse, and so there's a lack of rationality. There's also possibly an abuse of power or manipulation that you've been unfortunately kind of going through or being succumbed to. What Spirit wants to really remind you is the worst of the hardships are over this weekend. Basically, this is a weekend where change is happening, but more importantly, healing will begin and healing will help with basically letting this hardship go, and more importantly, moving forward with this innocence of the Page of Cups. Also, too, I do see improvement. This is going to be basically a change for the better. And also, too, Spirit is telling you, don't give up. Now is the time that really perseverance is what's going to count and what's going to hold water. Now, with the Saturn retrograde, like I say, it's about partnerships. And so it's a reflection on, how you show up for each other, how you handle necessary compromise, and to how you take responsibility for your, within your bond together. But what it also leads to is a lot of strengthening of some sense of self. And like I say, what you bring to the table in your relationships, as well as what you need from your relationships. And like I say, that goes with friends, with loved ones, and even business partners, which this weekend also too is a good opportunity for business. Now, basically, when Saturn goes retrograde on the 29th, Mercury is currently in Cancer. And it's going to be in sextile with Uranus, which is currently in Taurus, or Uranus, sorry. Anyway, but basically it's going to lead to helping you feel progressive, very energetic, unconventional, and also very creative. But this is a time where this sextile can really help you with developing great ideas, and it'll be ideas that materialize into monetary value. So take advantage of this opportunity because it really will help. And like I say, with that opportunity of reflection too, with Saturn retrograde, now is the time where it's, especially with a focus on relationships, this is a time where you very well might likely be meeting somebody new, or more importantly, trying something new. If you've looked at patterns in the past with partnerships that, haven't worked out, really making sure that you're looking for the right partnerships that work for you and that work together. More importantly, help build together and strengthen the bond, not only between each other, but what you bring to the table together, what you build together. And like I say, it's through that, how you show up for each other. And with the Page of Pentacles, basically, this is an arrival of good news. You've got good news for material things on the wing, excuse me. But more importantly, this is going to be a potential of new ventures. And you're staying focused. Basically, what I see here is you're moving forward. You've got your eye on your pentacles, and there is a focus on developing new business partnerships here at this point. Now, we also did have the Page of Swords fall out, the Magician, as well as the 10. Dun, dun, dun. But with the 10 of Wands here, but basically what Spirit is saying here is that you may be spreading yourself too thin. And you may have been, taking on a lot of responsibilities here lately. And it could be leading to you feeling very overwhelmed. And it's due to the fact that with this Page of Swords, there's been a delay in news. You've had patience. You've also been learning during this time. You've been preparing during this time. And, sometimes those delays are a blessing. Rejection is also God's protection. And so what I see here is it's enabled you to take a moment and to pause, to utilize the skills that you have at your disposal, also to utilize your resourcefulness, say that 10 times fast, but more importantly, head in a direction towards mastery, head in a direction towards expertise, as well as seeking mentorship with expertise. And basically what I see here in this is that you are manifesting. And, excuse me here. But with the Two of Cups, basically you are manifesting balance and harmony in your relationships and in your partnerships, as well as your friendships and your romance. And so I do see that basically this is a good learning opportunity, and Saturn retrograde will really be helping you with building the right partnerships and, more importantly, basically sending out the right energy and the right vibration to connect with the partnerships that really truly are meant to build great things with you. And if that resonates, like I say, please by all means share your story, put a comment or even a heart down in the comments below. That way we can help celebrate your successes here, because it's not easy. I've seen a lot of hurt here in the past. Some of you guys could have gone through some very difficult conflicts, especially with this half moon in Aries or coming into the half moon in Aries. And what I see here as well is that now is the time where the hardships are over. Now is the time to celebrate, and you've got good relationships, lasting friendships, partnerships that are going to be in the wing here. And now is the time to celebrate. Now, as we move out of this weekend, the moon will also be moving into Taurus. Excuse me, I don't know, I can't talk. And so this is a time where really it's about perseverance and an increase of material wealth as well as possessions. And so you got your eye on, doing what Virgos do best. You got your eye on the prize of making money, getting your head focused. And like I say, it's through the right networking that really truly is meant to build with you. And then two here, with the Ace of Wands, this is truly going to be an opportunity of change. There's the start of something new. And like I say, I think the third card here that's pulled out, where you've got good news coming and inspiration. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun. So for those that have been worried and have been overburdened or feeling entrapped, Spirit wants you to know that everything will go well. Stay positive, because remember, what you think about, you bring about. But really, this is a turn for success and good fortune. Things will be okay, and they will work out. Now, let's go ahead and look at the other tarot deck here while we're at it. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us this weekend? And two, no pressure, but if anyone saw the strawberry moon, oh my goodness, by all means, please share in the comments below. Though it was rainy where I was last night even. Oh my goodness, the moon was just the most brilliant strawberry color, which is not where it gets its name for strawberry moons, but either way, I just thought it was absolutely beautiful and super fitting. And so, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us here? Oh my goodness, okay. All right. Awesome. So Spirit is saying, like I say, everything will work out. Don't worry. Really, you do have material success that's coming in. And more importantly, a stability in your relationships, as well as a financial security. And like I say, very much a business partner here, potential too, as well as family and foundation. And justice is on your side. You're standing in your truth. You stood your ground here. And more importantly, you stood with balance and harmony, asking for fairness. And so I do see that justice is in your side, and the scales absolutely will work their way through. Now, what I also see here too is that Spirit is just saying, hey, remember, use your perception at this time. Use your intuition, but also too, remember, don't sell yourself sell yourself short here. Don't let this get you down, because you in truth, standing in your truth, you're intelligent, you're astute, but more importantly, you're indomitable. Anytime you fall, you get back up one more time. And that's the meaning of success, right? Is getting up one more time than you fall. And so don't let this get you down. Remember, you're organized, but more importantly, you go your own way. You stand in your principles and you're independent. And you've got the resourcefulness. And like I say, you're standing in your power. You're with the high priestess, so use your intuition, work your way through it. But either way, the universe is with you. Spirit is with you. And also too, what I see in a lot of this too is you're also teaching along the way. Whether people are willing and wanting to learn, that's up to them. But either way, you're standing as a spiritual teacher, and especially too focusing on your relationships and manifesting the right relationships to really move forward in a better position and in a better love and unity. And at the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, I cannot talk. Excuse me. But like I say, Spirit is just saying here, this is a turning point. If you've been kind of sitting at this point where you're just asking, like, why me? Seriously? What is going on? What am I meant to learn here? And I think in a lot of ways it's, don't jump to conclusions, but also to stand in your truth. Don't sacrifice your truth, because you earn good karma. You can't control what other people do, but more importantly, how you react to that. Coming back to the table through fairness, through compassion, as well as standing in your boundaries and standing in your truth. Really, that's the lesson to be learned. That way you're not being taken advantage of. You're not necessarily entering into toxic relationships that aren't give and take or aren't healthy in the reciprocity. And like I say too, you're truly looking at those necessary compromises that build bonds with people and make those lasting relationships, and really truly utilizing those skills to kind of weed out what hasn't worked, why some relationships haven't worked, but more importantly, what you want to see in your relationships going forward. And again here, we've got another intuition card with the Queen of Cups. Remember that you are well loved. And it's because of the empath and the nurturer that you are. You have this purity of thought, and, you've made the choice here when hurt people. What I really see throughout all of this is that you've come out of a situation here where, it was very painful, and you're at kind of this choice of, hurt people hurt. Do you then go, and a lot of times too, when hurt people hurt, they don't hurt the ones that actually hurt them. They go and take somebody innocent that hasn't done anything to them to take their anger out through that projection. But that's what you're kind of sitting at the pinnacle of. And so what I see through all of these messages is that you made the right choice. You came to the table with compassion, with your empathy, with your boundaries, but also too with your ethics. You didn't, you stood your ground where necessary, and more importantly, you learned from it as well. And honestly, that is absolutely beautiful. With the half moon coming from Aries into a Saturn retrograde and then moving over into Taurus, this is absolutely beautiful, and it's not easy to conquer either. So, like I say, what I really see here in this is that karma is on your side. And through using that intuition, I think, if anything, the biggest lesson, too, that you will find this weekend is that if you've been questioning your intuition, or if there ever was a time that you were, this is kind of proving to you how connected you are with spirit, how strong your intuition is, and how much that you'll be relying on it going forward, where maybe you haven't trusted it here as much in the past. Now, I also do want to pull some spirit animal totems, see what spirit wisdoms we can guide, or that can guide us here this weekend. Excuse me, I do not know why I cannot talk. But thank you, Spirit. Okay. And so with the dolphin, especially with coming in with such heavy energy coming into this weekend, Spirit's reminding you to play. Remember, swim in the happy joy of living. And it doesn't always have to be hard. It doesn't always have to work, or be work too. But inhale confidence, exhale fear. Drive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Oh, dive, not drive. Don't judge me. And then with the butterfly, it's rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. And so, like I say, this was kind of a hard reading where I see, a little bit of pain here. It was a good thing to work through, is how I also kind of see it, with a lot of lessons and a lot of good lessons and wisdom that you can take with you. But with the bottom of the deck, basically Spirit saying, you are the peacock. You were born to shine and inspire. So don't let this dim your light. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life. And more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. And I think that's the biggest thing for this weekend here. Now, let's go ahead and also take a peek here at our major arcana. That way, if anyone is struggling with any type of chakra blockages, or more importantly, just want to do some sound healing and some sound baths, music therapy and some improv is a great way to heal that energy, get it moving again. As a reminder too, make sure to drink plenty of water. It just really helps with detoxing, letting those energies flow out, and then replenishing yourself with purity and the blessings that the water brings for you. And so what we pulled here is the F sharp, the A sharp, and the G sharp. So try playing around with those. And oh my goodness, this is gorgeous for your major arcana here. Justice, Wheel of Fortune, and High Priestess. Just saying, that's absolutely gorgeous. So things will be turning in your favor. Things will absolutely get better. But more importantly, you are protected and Spirit is with you. And I do see a lot of, we also have a lot of that crown chakra. So if for those that have been really wondering and not trusting their intuition, I think, like I say, this weekend it's like almost like you're going to be witnessing a miracle in the way where you will truly understand not only how you walk with Spirit, but also to trusting your spirit and your intuition going forward and knowing that you are being led the right way. So I hope this helps. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you would like to support the channel, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the algorithms kind of pick up the message, that we can get it to as many Virgos as we can, help lift all of us up together. But either way, thanks so much for listening. Take care, love and light, and I'll see you in the next reading.